Hi! So, my last custom profile video did pretty well, and I had a lot of fun making it, which means I'm giving y'all a part 2! If you're new here, in this video we'll be creating what I think Project SEKAI characters' own custom profiles would look like in a world where they play the game. And in the last video, I asked y'all who you wanted to see next, and More Jump was commented the most! Also, as you can see, I made myself a new PNG tuber, so let me know what you think of her. Alright, let's start with Minori. And obviously, our #1 Haruka fan is going to have a #1 Haruka fan profile. In this universe, Minori is 100% trying to collect all of Haruka's cards, and even spending real money on the game. And since this is Minori we're talking about, she's obviously had the worst luck, sometimes never even sparking her cards and having to buy them with gacha tokens. But at the end of the day, she's definitely grown a massive collection regardless. I tried to place everything Haruka I had, including the New Year's gacha things. Surprisingly, I didn't have a Minori just rank. I don't know why, so I just put 4 Haruka fan achievements because I'm sure Minori is very proud of that. Also, as you can see, I put a few Minori stamps because I did not have that many Haruka ones, but you can see right here I did put 2, which is probably about all I had. I would have bought some more, but I don't think I had any stamp tickets. I often use them for ranking if I need to get one more level point, so I try to save those. Anyway, as you can see, I put Cat's Haruka in the background because I think we all remember Minori's reaction to that moment. But of course, I didn't think that was enough, so I went ahead and made the border with every card I could fit. These cards are probably some of Minori's favorites, and that's why she picked them. And that's Minori's profile completed. Let me know if you think it's accurate. Onto Haruka. I wasn't sure at first what to put on hers, but I decided to try something pretty out of my comfort zone and go for one of those extremely aesthetic profiles. Now, this definitely isn't going to be as aesthetic as I'm imagining, but I'm going to try my best. I've always had the idea that Haruka is probably really good at advertising and also just really wants the whole world to know about More Jump. So she uses any excuse she can to give them a little boost. And so she's dedicated her profile as a little shout out to More Jump. Now, I actually don't know much about Haruka, so these are all just assumptions. But I'm sure they're accurate enough. I really don't know all that much about More Jump in general, actually. I've only read their main story in a few events, but I'm so behind on all the other unit stories that I'm even more behind on them. Hopefully one day I'll find the time to catch up on their stories. Anyway, I thought it'd be cute to put a Minori card since Minori dedicated her profile to Haruka, as well as Minori is the unit leader anyway, so it just made sense. It definitely took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do with this, but it actually ended up pretty happy with it in the end. I think it came out pretty cute, and it was actually pretty fun trying something new like this, so maybe I'll make more profiles like this in the future. That's something cool about these videos, is I get to experiment with profiles I'd probably never make outside of a video, so it's a fun learning experience. I hope I didn't make you guys dizzy with all the speed ups here. I had to speed this up a lot because this footage was, I think, 20 minutes, so sorry about that. Recording these can kind of be a pain in the ass because my phone heats up a lot in Project SEKAI custom profiles, so I'm glad I at least got as much footage as I did. But regardless, I still have a lot of fun with it, so it's worth it. I did have to cut out a big chunk of the end, so this is about where it's gonna end, but you will see the completed profile, of course. And here's her finished profile. I'm actually pretty proud of this. Moving on to Airi. So for Airi, I had a funny idea that'll be linked to Shizuku's. Essentially, Shizuku's been getting a lot of goofy friend request messages from her fans, and she's been very confused about it. She showed Airi, and Airi could not help but laugh, but decided to dedicate her profile to asking their fans to quit memeing on Shizuku. I decided in this video I wanted to put a little more effort into these profiles, and this was my favorite idea. As you can see, I'm attempting to make her profile look like a screenshot of Shizuku's current issue. I love making profiles that look like this, to be honest, which is why I have 2 videos full of profiles that look like YouTube, Discord, and Twitter posts. It's just funny to try and recreate something so random when you can easily edit an actual screenshot of the app. Anyway, as you can see, we got a little Mizuki cameo here, because if I'm making a profile like this, this, Mizuki is always involved. And you'll see in a sec, I add a little Tsukasa cameo as well. You can imagine maybe there's messages in there from Akito too, because I love the White Day Trio. I always find a way to put the iconic White Day Trio in one of these profiles, to be honest. Mizuki is asking Shizuku if she's the alpha, which will lead to a lot of Shizuku's confusion. I can imagine there's probably loads of other messages asking her the same thing as well, and other goofy memes as well. Comment some more messages you think Shizuku would get in this AU where they play Project SEKAI. Speaking of commenting, this is also your reminder to comment which unit you'd like to see next. Whatever unit is commented the most will be picked for my next video, and if for some reason you didn't watch that one yet, go check it out after this one. And we're almost done here. Also, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I gave Mizuki the Minori fan title because she's actually canonically Minori's #1 fan. I thought that was a cute little touch. I love writing out the emoji rather than actually putting it. Also, you can't use emojis in Project SEKAI anyway, but you know. And here it is completed. I really like this profile. I think it's silly. And last but not least, Shizuku. And as I said, her profile will be connected to Airi's, and I think the context of her profile honestly makes Shizuku's even funnier, to be honest. So first of all, I don't even know how Shizuku figured out how to make a profile. This is pretty unrealistic. But I tried to make hers pretty simple since she probably wouldn't know how to do very much. She's very concerned how Project SEKAI has photos of her and how people are finding her account. Her account is probably something like the real Shizuku Hinomori or some shit, and she has no idea. Of course, she's also confused about the messages she's been getting. My favorite part of this, and you'll see it soon, is honestly, and who is Alpha? Am I Alpha? I can imagine Airi trying to hold in her laughter when Shizuku showed her this. I swear, this is the third one of these profiles where I've made a fucking Alpha joke. I need to get more original here. I remember the day I got that wedding Shizuku card. I was actually not going to pool originally, and then I read this story and I was like, oh my god, I need this card. And I spent all of my crystals and got, I think I got all 3 of the 4 stars actually. That was a pretty amazing day. That event store still holds up to this day. It's definitely one of my top favorite ones. I really loved it. It was just so fun. And if you scroll back far enough in my posts, you can find me freaking out over it for 5 different posts. Anyway, I know it's a short one, but that's her profile completed. Putting no underneath just relax was a 3 a.m. idea, and I could not stop giggling about it. And that's all of them. Remember to comment which unit you want to see next, and let me know which one of these was your favorite. Thanks for watching!